Good old patch notes. Alrighty, patch notes for the update, the 6-hour update, eh? Sorry, list of changes. PvE zone offline single player for all players with access to PvE zone. Raids and solo players will run on the local PC. The game experience as well as operation of the game mechanics is completely identical to online player. For groups, raids as a scav, and raids on streets, the game will utilize the servers. For group raids as a scav, and raids on streets of Tarkov, the game will utilize servers. So streets are still too big to run on your computer. Wishlist mechanics. Players can add an item on one of several pre-created wishlist categories. Items added to the wishlist can are displayed in separate section of the handbook. Wishlist items have unique visual differences. When obtaining such items through various methods, the player will receive corresponding notifications. Players can customize the frequency of the notifications and the game settings. Now, I think that's fucking killer, because if I can add wish list items to my gameplay while I'm collecting shit to finish off hideout equipment, I think that's great. Or hideout builds. I think that's a good what's the word for it? A good gameplay addition, or a good way of life, or whatever you want to call it. The added ability to automatically add items needed for hideout to wish list. Available options for this feature can be configured in game. See, I was just talking about that, wasn't I? The wish list persists after wipes. You can clear list manually in the game settings. So basically, that's good, because then you can just set and leave. Don't have to worry about it then. In-game feedback surveys. Added a community feedback survey system within the game, available at the surveys tab in the bottom menu. Completing surveys helps improve the quality of the game based on community feedback. Players can earn in-game rewards with completing surveys. See, that's incentivizing people to give their opinion back, which I think is good. I think that going forward would be well and truly received well anyway. The ability to say, okay, this is fucked, this is not, this is good, this is bad, and I don't even have to go anywhere. It's all on the system or the game, especially with those like polls and stuff that they were doing on Twitter with Nikita. I think the way he's doing it in the in-game is probably better, the way I think about it anyway. AI adjustments in PvE mode. AI PMCs now pick up items, loot crates, and bodies, trying to choose more valuable loot. Then that pertains to those like rogue-like people running around. I was talking to someone last night that was saying that these guys don't chase you when they fight. They just kind of stay in one area. They can also pick up weapons and equipment. If they find better equipment, replace theirs with it, which is a normal scav thing. AI PMCs can travel all over the location. They build routes to points of possible loot concentration. Bots move in tactical formation. When they reach the destination point, they collect loot, and then they can wait for enemies for some time, setting up ambushes. Okay, that's pretty in-depth. AI PMCs now extract from the location if they have collected enough loot and enough time has passed since the start. That gives the look. I think that's good. Sort of gives you that PvE sort of rush without actually having PvE problems. PMCs now sprint more often when moving on open terrain. So that helps differentiate between normal scavs and AI PMCs, I guess. Excuse me. All AI will now react to an enemy if information about them came from any nearby bot. For example, if you are spotted by a bot and they yell, all bots, regardless of faction, will hear it and decide to move to your direction, take cover, and perform other actions. Oh, okay. So basically, they're sort of working with the scavs now. That's my interpretation of it. Anyway, that's definitely my interpretation of it. AI scavs will now travel all over the location and search for valuable loot. Scavs are less picky about loot quality than AI PMCs. Scavs move between potential loot destinations in tactical formation. if they are traveling in a group. This is the first iteration of AI improvements within PvE. In future updates, we also plan to refine tactical behavior of AI as well as interaction system between AI and different factions. So basically, to be continued. Alrighty. This is... In future updates, necessary mechanics will be moved to PvP mode. Alright, so it sounds like they're using the PvE as a sort of trial area for the scav implementations, or whatever you want to call them. New tasks, added nostalgia quest line for the game's life pass, available only in owners of Escape for Darkness Edition bonuses. Added a new quest line to obtain Mark of the Unheard. That's that thing they gave us with Unheard Edition, allowing owners of any edition to obtain the item in PvE mode. People are going to be annoyed with that. Just saying that now. Added a new quest line to obtain extended PMC pockets, allowing owners of any edition to obtain this item, which is good. Why are we yawning? I think that's a good idea. Giving people the opportunity to get those new pockets without having to pay for it is probably a good idea. Customization, new outfits for Bear, Yusek and Bear. Available purchase from GP coins. Purchasing these outfits requires high standard with ref. They're giving us some more of a way to buy shit. Good old ref and arena, trying to make arena more relevant, I guess. A profile wipe, that was stated by someone online before. A compensation reporting players who violate a game. Oh, this might be good. Players will receive in-game currency compensation after reporting that led to blocking of a violator. Compensation comes with an in-game message informing the successful report. Compensation for several successful reports will be combined. I think that's fucking great. That is great. Right, that is good. It sort of gives everyone the you get something back at least for reporting people. So a whole bunch of increased spawn rates for rifle scopes, voodoos, razors, Smith and Benders, all of them. Reduced recoil with the bolties, Mosin SV98s. All the bolties have got a reduction of recoil. Increased leveling speed for hideout and management and crafting skills. I think that's pretty cool. That's going to be good. Removed hearing distance bonuses for oh, really? Bugger. List of changes. Fixed the incorrect physics of character bodies and loot objects in off-road raids. Fixed EFT and arena interaction UI with interacting with ref. Fixed cause of incorrect behavior of character bodies after death, which is funny because you people were freaking pinging off walls. And fixed several location errors in the interface task. I reckon overall that's pretty good. There are a lot of longevity sort of fixes there. I think the biggest take from that one would be the compensation for reporting players who violate the rules. I think that one there is going to be good. But yeah, so that's the patch notes for what was it, 14 point blah 14.9.5, the 6-hour patch.